Hi guys, so I'm back again with another story time. This time, can I just say, I'm literally back for the long run. Home. Well, I don't think you guys know that. I don't think I've spoken about what I did in the last 8 months or so, but I actually work from home. So since the whole pandemic stuff, they don't actually want you to go in anymore. You could just do it from home. So I just answer phones and reply to emails from home. Pretty good. But the only problem is I have a kid, so that gets in the way. I'm so ecstatic. My little one starts nursery in a couple days, full time. So I'm gonna have all that time to myself. I can make more content. It's very easy just to make content and then, reply to emails. Not like they're gonna know. There's no camera in my house and they're not watching me to see I'm on desk. Could literally just anyway, enough said, because I still work there. You never know, my colleagues still watch this. So but yeah, so I'm gonna get into this story time and say it how it is. So I caught not really caught, my friend had a wank in front of me and my kid. Like, she invited us. She invited me and my little one, obviously, to her house to have a wank in front of us. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, yeah. What? What? How? Why? How did you let that happen? But I'm gonna explain it to you. So she invited us to her house. No, what actually happened, we must have went Tesco's beforehand. It must have been a really hot day. So we went to Tesco's, I bought some twisters, went back to her house. Her house is partially empty. She has like all the little appliances that you normally buy before you move into a new house. She invited us there. She said, oh, it's a new house. I haven't got anything yet. Da, 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 da. This, that, and the other. I said, yeah, okay, no problem. It's fine. I'm not too bothered type thing. So must have went to her house now. Sat there on the floor because obviously she didn't have any furniture yet. She literally just moved into a new house. So when we went there, she sat down in the corner. I sat down in the other corner. I needed to call Amazon because I have no signal where I live unless it's via landline, and I'm not about to call certain numbers on my landline. So as I called Prime, I'm on the phone to them. I'm trying to speak to them about my membership because I hadn't used it for 6 months, and I thought, oh, maybe they can add on the 6 months because I haven't used it. No, don't even try that one. They don't care. If you didn't use it, that's your fault. It's not even like you can pause Prime membership anyway. So this girl, as I'm on the phone, my little one's crying, and I'm like to her, oh, can you like talk to him like the whole entire time? Like, this girl this girl has her little pink vibrator on her clit. And obviously, when you wear a bati, all you have to do is like move the bati aside and, go under the leg or go over the leg, and we're not gonna see, But we know the sound of a vibration, yeah, down my head, we know what you're doing. So I've looked at this girl and I'm like, my little one's crying, can you like just for a second? And I know you're probably thinking, why did I say anything then? But I'm on the phone to Prime. Like, that's a bit of a weird situation to then come up about it. And whilst I'm on the phone to Prime, and Prime record all conversations as well probably be an iffy situation for her. Like, she comes to work and she's hearing this. She's probably had a lot worse, but... So, anyway, I've come off the phone and my little one's crawled to me. I think he must have been about 5 months. Yeah, around 5 months or so. So he's come to me and I'm looking at her and she's sitting in the corner of the room. And she's done it again. Like, she's legit opened up her legs and we're sitting there in silence. Like, I'm on my phone, she's on her phone. And then I just hear the vibrate and I look up and I'm like, serious, girl? Is there something you need to tell me? Girl, are you having a vibe for me? Like, do I make you feel some type of way? Me and my photo self? Girl, me? That's what I'm thinking in my head because I'm hella around. Like, and I'm not trying to lie, I'm not really interested in y'all. Sorry, no, not sorry, but I'm literally not interested in females in that type of way. So I just thought to myself, girl, like, why are you touching yourself? Like, I'm not horny. Like, how are you horny right now? Like, I'm here with my kid and I'm in front of you and we're friends. How do you have an urge of horniness right now? Seriously, how? And why? That's all I could think to myself. Why do you have an urge of horniness and why are you horny right at this second? And then I think as I must have like said something or looked up at her, she's gone and she's gone into the bathroom and she's obviously finished herself off. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm in front of you and I'm watching you and my kid's here. Why am I watching you have a wank? Like, you invited me to your house to have a wank, to watch you wank. Like, seriously, is that what you invite me to your house to do? To have a wank? Like, that's what I'm thinking to myself. And then I've kind of, like, left it as that. Okay, she hasn't had sex in a couple years. It's been, what, I think... I started talking to her at the beginning of 2018. So I kind of kicked that person out of my house at just before Christmas. So it was like 2018, the New Year type. Actually, I think it was New Year's. Yeah, I believe it was New Year's because somebody else came to live with me for a couple weeks. But I think it was New Year's. And yeah, it definitely was. So since 2018 till about 2019, August, September. So my kid must have been about 4 months or something like that. Like, B, it's only a year and a bit. Like, it's running a good 4 year for me, boy. Still not gonna have a wank in front of my friends. Like, oh, hey girl, how you doing? Spread them open. Just staring at you like, you know, with a vibrator, like, girl, you want some? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm not gonna go do that. Like, I'm not gonna invite my friend to my house and then just have a wank in front of her. Like, one, I'm not attracted to females. Two, you're not gonna turn me on. You're not a guy. So, what's going on here? I didn't really say anything on the issue. Like, I didn't really say anything. I just said to her, are you seriously having a wank in front of us? Like, that was it. Because, you know, when you're friends, you don't really go into depth about something. Even if they're doing something crazy like that, it's like, okay, well, you're my friend. It doesn't matter if you're having a wank in front of me. It's your business. But later on down the line, I kind of realized, this B ain't no friend. Like, this girl snaked me for a guy. Like, she stopped talking to me over a guy. Dead ass stopped talking to me over a guy. You know, like, I'm being serious. Like, I've been friends with you for years and then this guy's just popped up and just like that, you know? Just like that, you're gone. Is she being serious? Like, what? Bitch, you had a wank in front of me. Like, seriously, just like that, you're gone. But I'm gonna explain it to you what actually happened, how we stopped being friends after that. So I would say about 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, because she had literally just moved into her new house and she wanted friends, and then she must have forgot her keys or something and said, oh, can she come stay with me for the night as she has work in the morning? And I said to her, yeah, sure, no problem, you're a friend. Even though my house wasn't done up yet, my house wasn't kitted up yet, and I didn't really have anything to stay, but I had like a double bed in my room, and then I had like a single bed in my little one's room. Well, not really my little one's room, in the living room at the time, because I didn't have sofas, I'll be honest. So yeah, I used that as a sofa basically for the time when I first moved into this house. So yeah, because I moved into this house when my kid was like 4.5 months or so. So anyway, like I was saying, this girl comes to my house and then she's talking to me about this guy. Oh, this guy, he's so cute. The guy looked like a rat. Like, when you look at someone and they look like a rat, yeah, you best run. You need to run, because you know for a fact that guy's a rat in life too. Like, come on. So I'm gonna, I think it was just bad pictures at the time, because he had like scruffy afro, and then you know when guys do this, and the lips all the way up there, trying to show you the little gold tooth they have or the little silver tooth. That's what the guy was doing, and I think he must have. I don't even know what next he had yet, but that was a picture, and I was like, oh, you look clapped. Like, seriously, it's been like a year for you. You're gonna go to this. So no offense or nothing, but so this guy started messaging her like, oh baby, I want to see you, I want to be with you, yeah, I got you, I love you, I'm on this. Boy, the moment you hear shikansi of nonsense or rubbish, it's F boy, you need to let that go. It's not going anywhere. The guy just wants to G and ski. It's not one of them type of parties. And I tried to explain that to the girl, and she was like, oh, you're just moving salty because you ain't got anyone. I just thought to myself, nah, girl. Like, you need to listen to the actual story. Like, listen to what you're saying. So I'm gonna explain it to you. This guy was asking her for money. He apparently lived with his parents. When you live with your parents, you know full well you don't need no money from nobody, because your parents are either gonna fund you or you're working to fund yourself. You don't have any bills to pay unless you're contributing to the house. He wasn't the oldest in the house. Most of the time, the oldest doesn't really contribute. I mean, the youngest doesn't, or the middle child doesn't really contribute to anything towards the house. So, as a Muslim brother as well, if that can help make sense of the situation when a man lives with his parents and they're not the oldest. So, yeah. So this guy was living with his parents. He had his own room, he had his stuff, and he was always smoking weed. So he's gone to her, oh, can I have some money? I haven't got money, I haven't been paid yet. This guy was sending him £30, £40, £20. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you broke. How you sending man money you've never met, but you broke? Make it make sense to me. I'm just trying to sweeten him. He asked me, he needs it. Da, 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 da. I said, girl, he don't need it. You broke. How you sending my money when you're broke? So he must have asked her for £50 because let me go back, yeah, before I say that part now, yeah. And I've read the text messages and he's like, oh baby, I love you, yeah, I'm on it. But the conversation's kind of one way. She's more flirtatious, and being serious, trying to be lovey dovey, and he's like, yeah, babe, yeah. Or these are voice notes as well. So you can tell via somebody's voice if they're really interested or not, and how they're explaining themselves. So I've said to this girl, you ain't even serious. And on top of it, they're sending, you know, dick pics and vagina pics and all sorts. I said, girl, that ain't going nowhere. So I was just editing this video. We would all love to see our husbands before we get married, as we don't know what it's gonna be like. And once you've already been married, girl, you already know. Okay? So very secretly, we all want to know. But at the same time, due to respect for him and respect for us, let's keep it spontaneous. You know? But yeah, I just wanted to put that there. Secretly, we all want to know. The moment you start sending private parts to a brother, girl, you know it's not going anywhere. You know it's not going anywhere, because that situation is literally just going to be a G and ski. It's not going to go far, because you're really going to see your husband's dick before, like, you get married. No. Does that make sense? Of course not. Of course not. And he's not going to take you serious, and you're not going to take him serious. Have you ever seen a situation when they take each other serious like that?